Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, one full of energy, the other surprisingly composed. In recent appearances, as Louis freely expresses his emotions in front of the crowd, Charlotte seems to become the quiet anchor that keeps everything balanced. What surprises many is that she doesn't take away his natural joy, yet still maintains the sense of composure the moment requires. Personally, I find this level of subtlety quite rare for someone Charlotte's age. But is it simply the instinct of an older sister? Or the early signs of something much greater? And honestly, once you see it, you can't unsee it. These moments have been unfolding during some of the most high-profile royal appearances, balcony waves, ceremonial events. For most children, that level of attention would feel overwhelming. But for Prince Louis, it often sparks curiosity, excitement. And let's be real, a bit of chaos too. That's exactly where Princess Charlotte comes in. During one particularly talked about balcony appearance, while aircraft roared overhead and the crowd below reacted with excitement, Louis did what Louis does best. He leaned into the moment. Animated, expressive, completely unfiltered. He pointed, he mimicked, he reacted in real time. It was joyful. But it was also unpredictable. And right beside him, Charlotte didn't interrupt. She didn't overcorrect. Instead, she simply adjusted the moment. A gentle touch on his arm, a quick glance, a few quiet words, barely noticeable unless you were really paying attention. Louis shifted. Not completely, but just enough to bring things back into balance. It's about something much more subtle, understanding the moment, and guiding it without breaking it. And you know what? That's not something most children can do naturally. What's even more striking is how Charlotte manages both roles at once. She's not just the responsible one. She's still his sister. And that dynamic shows up in the smallest, most relatable ways. As Louis continued his playful reactions, Charlotte was caught trying not to laugh. You could see it, that split-second struggle between staying composed and just being a kid. And for a moment, the composure almost slipped. But she held it. Like she was learning in real time how to exist in both worlds. And that's what makes these moments so compelling. Because what we're watching isn't just a sister keeping her brother in check. It's something more layered than that. It's a child beginning to understand context, when to step in, when to step back, and when to just share the moment. That balance showed up again during a ceremonial walk, where Charlotte reached out and held Louis's hand. A quiet kind of reassurance that said, "We're in this together." And honestly, that's where the emotional weight of these moments really sits. Because in royal life, roles are often talked about in terms of duty, hierarchy, and expectation. At other public events, sporting outings, family appearances, Charlotte carries herself with that same quiet awareness. Even when Louis isn't there, the impression remains. She watches, she listens, she adjusts. That shift from reacting to understanding is a big one. Especially for someone so young. There's a growing conversation around Charlotte, not as the middle child, but as someone developing a very distinct presence within the royal family. And here's the thing, in my opinion, that's exactly why these moments resonate so deeply. The ability to read a situation, to respond without overpowering it, and to support someone without making it about yourself. And when you place that within the context of the royal family, where every gesture carries meaning, it becomes even more significant. And yet, despite all of that, the most beautiful part is this. Charlotte never stands apart from Louis. She stands with him. Even when guiding him. Even when balancing expectations. She's still right there beside him, laughing, reacting, sharing the moment. And maybe that's why people can't stop watching. Because in a world that often feels overly structured and carefully managed, these small connection, instinct, and the quiet ways people care for each other without needing to say it out loud. So as Princess Charlotte continues to grow, these moments may seem small now, but they're leaving a lasting impression. And sometimes that's what stays with people the longest. So what do you think? Are we witnessing the early signs of Princess Charlotte stepping into a quietly influential role within the royal family? Or is this simply a loving sister looking out for her brother in the most natural way possible? And if you enjoy thoughtful royal stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more moments that reveal the human side of the royal family.